All right, so now we're going to talk about the 5 basic principles of Pilates. And honestly, before you do any type of Pilates exercise, whether it be a mat class or reformer class, it is really wonderful if you could learn these 5 basic ideas. So the core and the body is connected to the head and the neck, okay, the shoulders, the rib cage, the hips, and the lower back. So that's 5 areas that we'll concentrate on when we talk about the 5 basic principles. So if you were to start off even standing, you could sit here and you're going to look up and down, up and down, up and down. So that's the head nods. Your shoulders, you could do a protraction and retraction of shoulder blades. If I go like this, you might be able to see it more clearly. I'm going to protract my shoulders, so round the shoulders without moving the body, and then retract the shoulders. Okay, so you're really targeting those muscles. You're protracting and you're retracting. You're protracting and you're retracting. Now the rib cage, we always want the ribs tight when we do core exercise, but what we talked about before with the arms, when they reach up, they want the ribs to kind of pop out. So if you breathe, you're gonna hold the core strong while you raise your arms up to the chest. So I always suggest raising your arms halfway to the ears because you want the rib cage to be strong. So the muscles in between the rib cage, we want to knit together. Okay, so arm raise could look like this. You exhale, raise the arm without letting the core loosen up. This is strong. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So that's your 3rd basic principle. Okay, you get the head and the neck, the shoulders, and the rib cage. Now, your 4th and 5th principle I'm going to do lying down on the mat. And what that would look like is you stay here, you bend the knees, feet hip distance, and you're just lying down on the mat. You're always neutral spine. So hips to ribs could roll together and squeeze belly button to spine as if we're going up for that bridge, but you're just gonna hug it in. Okay, so you're trying to draw the core into the movement of the hips and low back. So start neutral, exhale, roll hips to ribs, belly button squeezing in. All right, and then of course, what we could do to strengthen your back as well with the 5th principle would be the extension. So you're here, lying down flat on the mat, elbows in by the ribs, your forehead flat on the mat. You're going to inhale, tip the nose, and then lift your chest up. So now your head and your neck are nice and long, all right? And you're not down like this, or you're not looking up too tall. You're just in the middle. And then you bring it back down. You inhale, exhale, tip the nose, lift up. Inhale, stay. And exhale, let it all go. Good. So we're gonna round the shoulders and round the back like this in a shell stretch. After every single time you get that long extension, that super person pose, you definitely want to round the back with a shell stretch. Great job today. Reach out if you have any questions on the 5 basic principles and how they can correlate to your mat workout or reformer workout.